Imagine this. With just one click, your entire team instantly knows their next move. No more confusion, no more back and forth messaging, asking what's next. The system automatically notifies each person when it's their turn to act. This is what's possible when you transform Asana into your business's central command center. So let's get started by creating an Asana account. All right, so first you would go to asana.com. This is the home screen, and you would click Get Started. And then you can either type in your work email or you can just go continue with your Google Work account. And then you just go ahead and sign in with Google. I'm going to click continue here. And on this page, you just put your name in. And then you can also put your profile picture. Of course, you want to take a good, clear picture of your face. So I went ahead and did that. And then you just go ahead and click continue. And then you pick your role. I guess I'll just go executive. It's going to ask you which function best describes your work. This can be somewhat useful for you because it might, recommend certain features that would be useful for you depending on your role. So generally speaking, it's a good idea to answer correctly here. And then same thing goes for the what do you want to use Asana for. So I'm going to say creative production. Then you go continue. You also have the option to skip this. Now it's going to ask you what's something that you and your team are currently working on. I'm just going to go ahead and say content creation, then go continue. And then it's going to ask you what are a few tasks you have to do for content creation. And I'm just going to say make Asana tutorial video because that's what I'm doing right now. Go continue. And then here it could be video ideation. So coming up for ideas for videos. Here it could be recording. And here it could be, let's just say editing. Continue. And there are many different ways to use Asana. One of our favorite ways is actually to use the Kanban board, also known as the board. So we're going to pick that for now, but we will go over the other ones later on. And then we're just going to click continue. And then this part, you can invite your team members. So I'm going to go ahead and invite Jasper and then click continue. All right, so if you want to go over the let's get started part, it's going to explain some of the features, but that's kind of why you're watching this video, so I assume you don't want to do that, so I'm just going to go ahead and click close. So I'm going to start with exactly how I've been using Asana pretty much for the last 4 years now. You can see there's video ideation right here on the left. You can add a task here, and usually this is what I'll do when I have an idea for a YouTube video. So the idea is Asana tutorial to show business owners how we use Asana in our 7-figure businesses. So obviously this isn't the title yet, this is just the idea, but I will just put that there. And then I'm gonna add a section where I talk about the title, thumbnail, and intro, because I think that's a really important part of making a YouTube video. I'm gonna drag it over here, and that would actually be the first part of making a video. That's the first thing I do. I always come up with the title, thumbnail, and intro first. And so we could drag this and drag it into this first part. So that means that I have basically decided that I am going to make this video, and now we are in the process of coming up with the title, thumbnail, and intro. But there's actually one step in between title, thumbnail, intro, and recording, and that is script writing. So I'd make another one, script writing, and I would put it right there. And then after I was done with the title, thumbnail, and intro, I would drag it over to script writing. After we're done with script writing, we drag it over to recording. And of course, if you have a team, you're probably not going to be writing the scripts yourself or making the thumbnail titles and intros yourself. And then I'd make a few more columns, for instance, uploading and optimizing and video launch. And then you could even make another column where you basically say complete. Right, so these are videos that are completely done. And then as you go throughout the video creation process, you basically just drag it from this part to this part. And we're going to show you there are certain automations that you can do that will alert people whenever something is dragged from one place to another. It'll automatically send them messages and give them instructions on what they need to do. So this is an amazing way of keeping everything organized. This is what I've been doing for the last 4 years with my YouTube channel. And one other thing that I like doing is I actually have multiple different video ideation sections. So there's different types of videos. So for instance, I might have a news video, how-to video, etc. So there might be different types of videos that I'm making, and I'll actually have different video sections for those. And so I'll kind of show you how I would do that. So I would drag that over here. And I drag that over here. And then just to not confuse anybody, I will put news video ideas and how-to video ideas. Because not all video ideas are good, and a lot of the time you'll have an idea, then you'll end up not making it. All right, so next I'm going to show you some a little bit more advanced features that are extremely useful. All right, so you go to the top right here, Customize, go to Rules, go to Add. Now, there are a ton of templates down here. You can definitely check these out. Some of them integrate with Slack, for instance. Some of them integrate with Gmail. Some of them integrate with Google Calendar. Some of them integrate with Notion, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Just about all the softwares you can imagine. But we're going to go ahead and create a custom rule. So click here. So what we're trying to do here is when we move from one column to another, we're actually going to notify people, and we're even going to notify the right people depending on the subtask within the column as well. So we're going to click task is assigned. So we're going to click task is moved to a section, because obviously if you were moving it from one column to another, it would be moved to a section. Then we're going to click on do this. And then we're going to change assignee to from no assignee to Jasper. Remember, Jasper was the person we invited earlier. And then we're going to publish rule. And so this is the Make Asana tutorial video. I'm going to go ahead and move it from new video ideas to script writing. And as you can see, it popped up, save you a step. This automatically assigned it to Jasper. So that means not only did it notify him inside of Asana, but it also emailed him. Now you can go beyond that. If you work in Slack, for instance, you can set up an easy integration between the two to where it will actually notify him in Slack too. So to do that, you'd go to Customize on the top right, you'd go back to Rules again, and then you'd click on the same one when task is moved. You'd go to add another action, do this. Then you'd go to external actions, and then you go send channel message or send direct message. And you might even do both. At this point, it would integrate with Slack, which I'm not going to do, but it's quite simple. It's just going to pop up asking you to integrate. And then you would choose the correct channel message. And then you could also do another do this plus again, and have it send a direct message to the person in Slack as well. Additionally, there are Google Calendar rules. There are Gmail rules as well. So for instance, if you want to make sure that the person gets it done within, let's say 48 hours, you could create a Google Calendar rule where it will automatically put something in their calendar saying that it is due in 48 hours. So I think you see how easy this is to use. It's honestly quite simple. It's not like, you don't need to be some kind of expert programmer or anything to use it. It's just really simple rules that you click buttons to set up. Now, I'll be honest with you, there's a lot of other things you can do with this. For instance, you can set up a calendar and you can have it integrate with the calendar. But if I'm being completely honest, the thing that I continued to use for 4 years is the Kanban board. Like, this is just incredibly useful, and it's just really easy and simple to use. I tend to use Google Calendar to organize my calendar, so I don't want to have to look at multiple different calendars. And so obviously you can just integrate it directly with your Google Calendar. So I don't use the Asana built-in calendar personally, but I know others that do. Now, additionally, let's talk about each project. So you can actually make some edits to these projects just by clicking here, and you can click what type of priority it is. So, you can say this is high priority. So it's going to give a tag. And if you want to change the colors of the tags, you can go to edit options here. So for instance, you can do purple as high priority or maybe green high priority, et cetera, et cetera. We're just going to leave it like it is. And then you can also change the status saying on track, at risk, or off track. So we're going to say on track for this case. And then what we like to do here is we like to actually include a link to a Google Doc. Personally, we keep our scripts on Google Docs. So I'll just go here really quickly and create kind of a script. This is something similar to what we would be using, and I'll name it the same thing too. So how to use Asana as a 7-figure business owner. And then you can just go here, you can go to share. One thing we always say is you want to click anyone with link, and then editor, just do that pretty much automatically, because one of the most annoying things in the entire world is when people share Google Docs and then you actually can't access it or you can't edit it. Then you click copy link, and I just did Control V there to put it in there. and then they would have access to the Google Doc at this point. Now, another thing that we always do is when we're selecting our videos, we always have kind of a muse video or some type of article or some type of proof of concept that the video is likely to do well. I personally call this the icon method. I've made other videos on this channel going over the icon method. And we like to put the actual picture of the thumbnail that gave us the idea for the video here. This right here. All right, so I'm just gonna take a picture of this thumbnail. So I basically copied the picture of the thumbnail and then I'm gonna put it on the script. And I am also going to put it in the description on Asana, and you're gonna see that it actually shows the picture in the mini preview of the project, which is really nice. So Asana tutorial to show business owners how we use Asana in our 7-figure business. And it even has a picture right there just to show the general idea of what we're kind of going for. Now, another really cool thing you can do is adding a subtask. So this is obviously the task. It's in a particular column. So right now it's being recorded. You can also add a subtask here. So you'd scroll down to the bottom, you'd click subtask. So the subtask could be, for instance, uploading the video after you're recording it, because technically you do have to upload it after you record it. And sometimes you might try to upload the video and something goes wrong, so it never gets uploaded. So we're gonna go ahead and add that as a subtask. And then I'm going to assign this task to myself. And then I'm gonna add another subtask to double check that the video has been uploaded correctly. And I'm gonna go ahead and assign that one to Jas. And I am going to add a due date for this for tomorrow. And again, it just automatically emails him or sends him messages if his Slack is integrated with Asana, which is absolutely incredible. There's also this thing called dependency, where if something does mess up, it won't allow you to move to the next step unless it's fixed. So we're gonna go ahead and add subtask, and we're gonna call it check upload. Then we're gonna go to subtask details, and then we're gonna click add dependencies. And then we're gonna click on upload the video. Then we're just gonna click away, click back on this, scroll down, and you can see that checking upload is actually dependent upon uploading the video. So you basically can't check the upload unless uploading the video has been done. So you basically can't click that this is done until this one is done. So I'm gonna go ahead and click that mark task complete here. And now that I've marked this task complete, this other one can also be marked complete. But before that, I couldn't have done that. So I'm gonna unclick it here. And you're gonna see that this one cannot be marked as complete, right? So I'm gonna mark this one as complete, and now that this has been marked as complete, I'm also going to mark that this one is complete too. So yeah, one of the reasons that we use Asana is because it is unbelievably simple to use. There are other project management apps out there that have, you know, the same functionalities and sometimes even more functionality, but they're not nearly as simple to use. Asana is extremely user-friendly. You could probably give Asana to one of the oldest people in your family and they could figure out how to use it relatively easy. And that's what we really like about it. Because when you're onboarding people onto your team, you don't want to have to spend a week training them just how to use your project management platform. So now I'm gonna literally take you guys inside of my Asana that I've been using for the last like 4 or 5 years and show you exactly how we use it. So I'm gonna take you inside of the Asana and we're gonna go to projects here. You can see that I even have one back in 2022 that I haven't deleted yet. So this was a long time ago. And you can see that I have Paulo content ideas. You know, he came up with a lot of good ideas. Trending content ideas, just content ideas, soon ideas. So soon ideas was where I would move things when I kind of decided that I'm going to do them very soon. So they kind of went from maybe I'll do it to yes, I'm actually going to do it and I'm going to do it soon. And then you can see title, SEO, thumbnail, and intro, plus description. We did all of those together typically. And then script writing, video editing, scheduled for launch, launched and completed, et cetera, et cetera. And we actually put so many in the launched and completed that we had to make a second launched and completed column. So yeah, as you can see, we've been using this for years. It's been amazing for us, very simple to use. And this just saves you a ton of time, effort, and money. And this is how I've been able to keep everything in order for multiple different YouTube channels. Now, of course, there's more to it than this. And if you are somebody who wants to grow on YouTube, if you want to really take content creation seriously and grow on other platforms as well, we actually coach and train people on exactly how to set up these systems. So if you're interested in us showing you exactly how we set up our system, system, sharing our SOPs with you, and basically just template kind of plug and play ways that you can do the same thing, go ahead and book a call with us down in the description and the pinned comment below. We typically work with coaches, consultants, online service providers, agency owners, and content creators that really want to take YouTube seriously and level up with it. And so if you want to take your content creation to the next level and save yourself a bunch of time, effort, and money, we can show you exactly how to do that. And if you're interested in how we make over 100K per month on YouTube, go ahead and click right here.